This is IGN. Coming up, Nintendo weighs in on the Switch 2's price. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, Super Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai has reposted the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct date and time announcement with a single sound of excitement, and fans are freaking out about it, teasing a new entry in the beloved Brawler series. Sakurai shared the Japanese version of Nintendo's announcement that it will fully unveil the Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd. Ooh, he said in the post, and while this could be just his own excitement, fans are hoping it means a new Super Smash Bros. Game is coming to the next generation hardware. While the post doesn't mean too much by itself, there has been a stream of small hints and teases that could signify Sakurai is gearing up for another Super Smash Bros. Game reveal. Nothing has been announced regarding a new Super Smash Bros. Game, however, and Sakurai said previously he doesn't know how the franchise can get any bigger or better than the Switch entry, which even includes characters from beyond Nintendo like Steve and Alex from Minecraft and many more. But it seems likely there will be a new Super Smash Bros. Game for Switch 2 given the incredible sales success of Ultimate, which is at 35.88 million and counting. And it's worth remembering, Nintendo has released a Super Smash Bros. Game for each of its consoles ever since the launch of the original Super Smash Bros. For N64 in 1999. Next, the Nintendo Switch 2 looks mighty familiar, but Nintendo seems to have saved all of its biggest changes for the Joy-Cons as shown by some new patents. While we still don't have an official confirmation from Nintendo, reports came out saying the Switch 2 Joy-Cons would now attach magnetically and could even be used like a computer mouse. These changes are now all but confirmed, thanks to a series of patents filed by Nintendo that detail the magnetic attachments and mouse-like features. According to the patent, this game controller is detachably mounted to a body device that has a recess that comprises a first magnet and a second magnet at the bottom of the recess, and that can execute game processing. The patent also details how there are two buttons that must be pressed to detach the Joy-Cons from the Switch 2 body. The patent also includes illustrations of the Joy-Cons being used as a mouse with the player holding the controller rail side down and treating the shoulder buttons like a mouse button. The teaser released earlier in January showed the Joy-Cons gliding across a surface like a computer mouse, which was a subtle nod to the feature from Nintendo. And Nintendo is adding beloved Game Boy Advance title Wario Land 4 to the Nintendo Switch Online library on February 14th. Revealed with a trailer, the game will be available at no extra cost to users who have a Nintendo Switch Online membership and have purchased the expansion pass. The game was very well received upon its release in 2001, earning a 9 out of 10 in IGN's review. Wario Land 4 is the 24th Game Boy Advance game added to the library, joining the likes of Mario Kart Super Circuit, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, and more. Nintendo has outlined the various factors currently under consideration as it works to decide the price of the Switch 2. While analysts have told IGN they expect the Switch 2 to cost $400 when it comes out later this year, Nintendo has yet to make any announcement on the next-gen console's price. In an investor-focused Q&A, Nintendo boss Shintaro Furukawa responded to a question about the company's thinking on what price ranges would be acceptable to consumers for the Switch 2, given the changes in inflation and exchange rates compared to the situation when the OG Switch launched back in 2017. We are aware that, in addition to how inflation is currently proceeding, the exchange rate environment has also changed significantly since around the time we launched Nintendo Switch in 2017, Furukawa said. We also need to consider the price range that consumers expect for Nintendo products. We think a multifaceted consideration of these factors is needed when deciding on the price of a product. I cannot tell you a specific price for Nintendo Switch 2 at this time, but we are taking various factors into account. It's worth digging into the details here. Nintendo Switch launched at $299.99, and it held that price for a number of years. Now, nearly 8 years later, what is the price range consumers expect for Nintendo products? Rival console makers Sony and Microsoft have increased the price of their current-gen consoles in unprecedented moves, sparked by increased costs and inflation and currency trends. As we've mentioned, analysts predict Nintendo will go for $400 for the Switch 2. This would be a step up from the $300 launch price of the original Nintendo Switch, a price Nintendo still maintains to this day outside of sales or bundles. The Nintendo Switch OLED model is $350, while the Nintendo Switch Lite costs $200. We don't know anything about the Switch 2 specs or features beyond what was shown by Nintendo's drive-by video reveal, but everything points to a bigger, more powerful next-gen console, making $400 seem like a reasonable landing zone. As we mentioned, Nintendo plans a Switch 2 Direct for April 2nd, when Nintendo will share a closer look at the console following its reveal last month. But there are still a number of unanswered questions about Switch 2. Meanwhile, Furukawa confirmed Nintendo has no plans to change the price of the OG Switch, despite the impending launch of the Switch 2, so expect little movement there. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcast through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.